Oh, guys. Oh, what a day. I'm just preparing myself. You know what I mean?
Are you getting ready for it? Are you hyping up?
I mean, do you see the number of remaining tabs that we have, Phil?
Oh, yeah.
That's all grains of sand. That is all grains of sand.
We got a lot to get through. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to get through some of them. I'm trying to make it not a half-hour segment. But it's important.
It's important shit, all right?
Right? Goddamn.
Take those breaths.
All right, guys,
G.
we've
Take
had a
those
hell of a
breaths.
couple of hours here on the Fried Power Hour, and now it's time for one of everybody's favorite segments, and that, of course, is Grains of Sand. And I think it's important that we look at some grains of sand today based on what's happened recently in U.S. elections, so let's go right to the screens. What a spectacle. U.S. adversaries revel in post-election chaos. Oh, Jesus Christ. I only fucking said it 6 months ago that if I was one of these motherfucking countries that was looking to bomb the United States whenever they got a chance, I can't wait for everybody to be distracted to the max. And what better way to do that than with a presidential election? And that's exactly what we've done. So regardless of who wins, all of us pointing the guns at each other right now, like we love to do here in the United States, these motherfuckers are laughing at us on a world stage. All right, I'm telling you, Phil, honestly, politics would be great if it weren't for all the fucking politicians in it, man. And now that these guys
they're
got
making us look like dickholes on the national stage.
On the international stage, even. And now all these motherfuckers are laughing at us because of this bullshit. God damn it. We're about to have to figure out what the fuck is going on out here, man. And guess what? Already broken. U.S. election unlikely to change relations with Russia. Now, guys, I want you to remember this. The Russian government said that it doesn't really matter who gets elected president of the United States. They're going to do what the fuck they're going to do. And It's interesting that Russia would say that because, as you might know, they've got some buddies out there in the region that have been a little bit concerning to us recently. Now, Before we get to all of that, let's talk about Russia for just a second. First things first, Russia moves to grant ex-presidents lifetime immunity from prosecution. I wonder who put that law into effect. You know what I mean? It's almost like Putin was like, dude, I'm getting pretty old. I'm going to have to retire pretty soon. When I do, I don't want to hear any bullshit about I got to show up in court for anything. You know what I mean? He don't want to hear
lifetime immunity from prosecution. Wow, that is complete and total dismissal of accountability.
Indeed
Congratulations.
It is. Yeah, excellent work, Russia. Jesus
you can
Christ.
do what you want now.
And let's remember what country we're talking about here. Amazingly huge herd of walruses discovered in Russia as the ice caps melt. That's just a pile of walruses, Phil.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever...
It looks like one of those, can you find the something in this picture?
Right, there's a dog in there somewhere, but I don't... One of them's a fucking pig or something. I can't tell, but that's just a goddamn pile of walruses. And these are the guys we're worried about. And if that's not enough for you, let's also remember what country we're talking about. Russia's sausage king killed with a crossbow in a sauna.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a headline you got there, man.
Roman, the sausage king of Russia.
That's right. I should say you do, goddammit.
Goddammit.
But things are not perfect enough over there for me to assume that they're a real goddamn threat. Russia's ruble jolted by falling oil prices and U.S. election angst. Once again, we see that literally anything we do in the United States tends to affect all major world currencies. And then you try to tell us that the United States is not the most powerful country in the world. Because I don't see the dollar getting affected by whenever they elect somebody in fucking Uzbekistan. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That does not appear to be happening. And yet, here we are. And remember this week, during the fucking election results thing, that 12 hours of hell we all sat through, the fucking Chinese yuan went all over the place based on who was ahead in that particular hour. Ain't that a fucking bitch? You know what I mean?
The American economy plays a huge part in the world economy, man.
Ain't that the damn truth? Now, what I'd like to take a look at here real quick before we get off of Russia is some classically left-leaning publications and what they have to say about Russia's potential role in things. Is Russia interfering in the 2000 election? Yes. This is from September. Vox?
Yes.
Interesting. Let's go over to CNN. What do they say? Feds say Russia and Iran have interfered with the presidential election. October 21st.
Isn't
that interesting?
Funny. They're
funny you would
saying
say
it
that.
straight out now. Yeah.
So you're saying that in September and October of this year, it was 100% feasible that there was some way to interfere with a U.S. presidential election. In November of 2020, a lot of these same parties are saying there's no possible way. Now, you know what I've had to say about this already? I can't go 0 or 100 on this. I want evidence, proof, real numbers, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go, it's people I don't like, so they are for sure cheating. And I'm also not going to go, it's people I do like, so they're for sure not cheating. I think both of those standpoints are fucking ridiculous. But it's interesting to see people passing like ships in the night, Phil. We've been talking about this all weekend. The switching, the quick switching of standpoints, personalities, and reactionary sets by the American public is, I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's definitely obvious. And if you didn't think it was going to happen beforehand, I mean, beforehand, you could tell who, that these things are going to be said, and it just depends on what the outcome of the election is going to be as to who's going to be saying the things.
Yeah, and that's not to say that the candidates are the exact same, although obviously there are some serious similarities. Top-level politicians are top-level politicians. But I'm just suggesting that the American public's reaction is now the inverse, regardless of what it actually means to domestic policy, which, to be honest, who knows? Nobody talks about fucking policy anymore. How many posts did you guys out there see this week that say, hey, here's the first openly bisexual man elected to this, or hey, here's the first openly non-binary person affected this, or wait, here's the first openly trans person elected to this. I looked in those threads, friends. Nothing about policy. Nothing at all. I could give a shit what you like to fuck in your bedroom. That's your business. Why everybody has to know about it anyway, I'll never understand. But what I will say is that has no bearing on whether or not I would vote for somebody. I want to know fucking policy. Vote the law, not the person. We've said it a fucking 100 times, man. God damn.
That's the important part is the policy. And honestly, it's like I said, the only policy that I heard the entire election, the entire campaign process, came from Joe Biden. And I didn't like any of them.
It was pretty vague.
Take your guns, raise taxes. Yeah. It was all horrible shit.
Well, it was extremely vague, too. I thought both
in
guys
the oil and gas industry.
Oh, well, that should be fine. I mean, when do you ever use oil or gas, right?
Yeah, I've never used oil or gas. I don't know what you're
exactly.
about.
By the way, Canoe has followed on Twitch. Thank you very much. So here we are saying that Russia and Iran very definitely could try to interfere. And Russia is one thing, but Iran is becoming a little bit more of a problem out there. United States seizes another crop of Iranian propaganda domains masked as news outlets. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that shit at all. I also don't love this screen we're seeing right here. This website has been seized. This domain has been seized by the FBI pursuant to a seizure warrant issued by the United States District Court of D.C. under the authority of penal code as part of coordinated law enforcement action by United States Attorney's Office in Northern District, California, and the FBI. God damn, dude. You shitting me, man?
Yeah, that's it's bad that it's happening. It's bad that these Iranian websites are doing this. But that screen also is kind of scary because that could pop up on any website, buddy.
Ain't that the damn truth? I mean, even if they're doing it is bad enough, but having to relegate solving that issue to a group like the fucking FBI, man. Oh boy, that could bring all kinds of other fucking problems. But, Iran's buddies couldn't be happier regardless. Cuban president blasts U.S. sanctions on Iran. Who the fuck asked you? God damn, man.
Who gives a fuck what this jackass has to say?
Yeah, just because Iran sent you a tanker full of fucking weapons a few months ago under the guise of giving oil to Venezuela, an oil-rich country who's starving its own fucking citizens, by the way. They've gotten to the point where they can't even count their money. They now have to wear it. And suddenly this guy who just netted a few shipping containers full of fucking weapons is going to try to blast us? You are too close to blast range to say shit like that, to be perfectly honest with you.
Mind your fucking business, President Miguel.
Ain't that the damn truth, man? But you know what? you know what? They're making those little moves, one little move at a time. Oh no!
Oh no!
Not
Press
enough
Miguel.
memory.
And what is
Not
that
enough
about?
memory to open this page. How the fuck could that happen?
What? What the fuck is that?
Are they seriously trying to pretend it's my fault when they close down articles that are part of my Grains of Sand set? Because this regularly happens. Shit gets deleted before we get to it.
Oh yeah.
And now it's not enough fucking memory? Kinda don't buy that. Let me see if I can reload what we're looking for here, man. I blame the Chinese. All right, let's go back to the screens. As the U.S. counts votes, Iran's Mossad Rouhani signals tough times ahead. So after his Cuban buddy decried what we're doing, now the leader of Iran, who, as you may recall, Phil, in several instances in the past, has tried to pretend he's the nice guy on TV. You know how only real assholes do this shit. They act like they're the nice guy on TV, and then as soon as they're off, they're doing worse shit than anybody who's a fucking a self-described asshole that you would see on a fucking stage. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus
absolutely.
Christ. We've seen it with that. This is the same guy.
This is the guy that was saying he was going to put boots on the ground to help the protesters, right?
That's right. He said, I'm concerned for the American citizens, and I'm going to put Iranian military on U.S. soil to help the protesters. Bullshit! We had footage from the same week he said that of him shaking hands with other leaders in the region, laughing about how they're getting their shit together to try to bomb the United States. And here we go again. In a televised speech, Iranian leader says the next U.S. president should respect international treaties and laws. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And then guess what he turns around and does? Boop, surprise. Iran celebrates defiance of the United States as UN arms embargo ends. So after all
your little
that
white cat
shit,
Rouhani says that was a lie. Yeah.
All that shit happened, and here we are. They can't wait to tell you how happy they are about burning the United States, man. And I hate it. We've said it so many fucking times. I hate it because you and I both, Phil, anybody in our age demographic, we know plenty of kids that are children of Iranian immigrants who came to America because during around the years of our birth, there was an overhaul in their government where it got infected by religion. People that love freedom, like myself and yourself, they don't want religion interfering with their law. And these people in Iran didn't want that either. They came to America, they had kids here in America, and those kids are about our age. So, of course, we know a few of those guys. Oh, hold up.
Now, boy, Texas,
Texas. Don't see that one too often. So here we are, and God damn it, dude. Now they can't wait to celebrate defiance of the United States. And what were we doing? We were saying you shafted us on the nuclear deal, and we also don't want you selling nuclear arms on an international scale. And they went, fuck you, and somehow got put on the UN Human Rights Council with their buddies China and Russia. Big fucking surprise as the UN continues to not back any of the United States' plays. We should have fucking known better. And what are they celebrating with, you might be asking, while we're talking about Iran? Beep up, boop, hamburger time. Iran's new underground missile base looks mildly terrifying. See for yourself. Actually, that does look kind of fucked up. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, dude.
They're pointing straight up like they're gonna like open up a underground.
It looks like they're in a cave
and
underground. Yeah, man. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. That is mildly terrifying.
Something out of Austin Powers.
God damn it, dude. And, you know, having missiles underground is one thing, and yeah, maybe they're not the largest stockholder in the nuclear arms race worldwide, but they are certainly not on our side when it comes down to it, no matter where they place in the fucking rankings. So if and when the question domestically is this, will Biden bring Iranian oil back online? Christ, I hope not.
I fucking hope not.
Why the fuck
will?
Why the fuck would we go back to buying from OPEC now? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if it's 20 years ago and you're talking about the difference between OPEC and NATO and where you import your fucking oil from. But now, after we've seen one of OPEC's largest buyers, China, which you might have heard
China.
of. Any countries in the region that switched to NATO importing of oil? See India. China immediately tries to manifest their fucking destiny. Remember when they beat those Indian dudes to death with those rocks? What do you think that shit's over? So if you're asking me, does the United States need to go back to buying from OPEC, which is what this headline actually says, the answer is fuck no, dude. Are you goddamn kidding me? No.
And you know what? You remember whenever we seized the Iranian weapons and oil bound for Venezuela?
Indeed, I do.
Venezuela?
Yep.
We're not going to be doing that shit anymore, and Venezuela's going to be getting some weapons and oil for what?
Good.
For
and they're a lot closer to us than Iran is. Terrific. I'm sure nothing will go wrong at all. And by the way, remember what Russia said? Regardless of Biden bringing Iranian oil back or not? Oh, look at this guy. Oh, my God. Oh, and that was a perfect fucking segue on that, too, man. I wonder if all my tabs are like this now. Okay, give me a second to try to fix my shits. Oh, it was only a couple. It was the spicier stuff. It was the spicier stuff that suddenly was gone. Okay, Duel, if I can, let me take two on that. You know what I mean?
And action.
Okay, so whether Biden brings back Iranian oil or not, remember what the fuck Russia said just a few minutes ago? Surprise, surprise, it's echoed by their fucking allegiance. A new Iran deal is unlikely, regardless of who wins in November. So after these guys said...
No shit.
Yeah, after these guys said, please respect the fucking let us do the sales, and oh, nothing's gonna happen, and oh, I wish America would be nicer, and oh, all of this different shit. Bam, here it is, regardless of what we fucking do, they're not changing their fucking standpoint. So again, should America start using OPEC oil again? No. The answer is fucking no. And remember, it may seem a little circumstantial with some of the stuff you're looking at. And I know some of you out there are new and you're going, this ghost talk's crazy. He can't possibly always be right about this shit. But I encourage you to watch some old episodes and then look at this. Cuba and Iran to mark alliance against U.S. sanctions. I'm going to give you a second with that headline.
No fucking shit.
I'm going to give you a second with that headline, friends.
Oh. Gee.
What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say, man? Why? And they said I was crazy for going.
This right?
They were going, Cuba and Venezuela. What are you talking about? That doesn't make. Yeah, it fucking does. Yeah, it fucking does. Look at this. Look at this, man. Phil, I'm sorry to get you all upset, buddy, but
This is some bullshit.
I gotta reveal these truths, bro. God damn.
I know.
Because Phil's mad.
Scariest ghost ever.
I hate that.
Yeah, Gee, why are you doing this to us?
And you know what?
Terrified.
So now that we've talked about Russia and how they said no matter what happens, they're not changing their stance. We've talked about Iran, and they said no matter who gets elected, they're not changing their fucking stance. Guess what, friends? No American election will change China's mind. Oh, big fucking surprise. All of the new axis of evil says that no matter what the fuck we do, they are going to continue on the path that they have chosen for at least the last fucking year that we've tracked it. And let me tell you this, guys. Every time that I tell you motherfuckers that American solidarity is more important than partisan politics bullshits, I want you to remember segments like this where even the foreign powers that want to bomb us say it does not matter who our president is. This is the big problem we should be focusing on, guys. To be honest, this is it right here. How this isn't what our media reports on, I'll never understand, man. And you know what, guys? Actually, I take that back. I do understand it. And all this shit's happening right now, this is partially our own fault. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Let me show you what I'm talking about here real quick, friends. China exports roar ahead, trade surplus with the U.S. and the rest of the world widens. Really? So in a time where China is preparing their war machine, we're like the fucking junkies in Oregon, dude. We cannot stop buying everything from fucking China. We have got to get off the teat, guys. That's what's keeping them in a position to even prepare for nuclear war. Look at this. China's October exports accelerate, boosted by U.S. demand. Guys, I know it costs $1 more, but Jesus, buy American. Or just buy non-Chinese. Goddamn, buy from Taiwan. I don't care. This has got to stop. We are funding the weapons that are going to be used to try to kill us. Please stop. You know what I'm saying? Good God
and
damn it.
That's one of the things, I hate to get into it. That's one of the things that worries me about Biden, man, is that
he better be tough on. You're right. He needs to be tough on China, dude. No matter what.
He has those ties to China that they're accusing him of.
Better knock that shit off. Dude. Better knock that shit off immediately, man.
Fucked.
There better be one serious fucking redemption arc for how Joe Biden deals with fucking China, because I'm gonna tell you right now, we better be tough on China from the get in this next cycle, dude. We can't let this.
Doubt.
I mean, what did we talk about at the beginning of fucking COVID, dude? One of the big things to do during all of this is find ways to bring back American manufacturing, because what did we find out? We found out that as soon as we run out of the resources we've got on hand, if we can't get shit at an international level, we are fucked. And that's exactly what happened here. You guys saw it happen this summer. We can't let that happen again. We got to make this stuff at home. That means American jobs, American GDP, and fuck it, I'll pay $1 more if it means that we're buying fucking American. Look at this shit.
USA.
I know that's right. U.S. firms get another boost from China. Consumer spending big on cars, skin cream, and soda help GM, Estee Lauder, and others offset sales hits elsewhere by COVID-19. We're literally helping Chinese economy do better than our own economy. And let's not forget, they only deal with this capitalist shit when it comes to international commerce. When it comes to how they deal with their people, they still try to pretend they're the fucking CCP and the people on top take all the cash, while the actual Chinese citizens, whose fault this is not, are the ones that fucking suffer, man. This shit has got to fucking end. So
and
what is a Biden?
Careful, we're going to end up just like it, man.
Oh, God damn it. What does a Biden victory mean for China? God, my God, Phil, we can only fucking guess. But I'll tell you this right now. We need this money. Don't walk around out there with all this not my president shit, because that's not going to help us with this China situation, and it's far more important than any of the other bullshit we complain about. This motherfucker right here needs to be tough on China, and I mean right now. Man. No fucking delays. You know what I'm saying? Because here's what we've allowed to happen in the last several years.
I don't think he will be, G. I don't think he will be.
I mean, you might not be wrong, Phil. I'm trying. I love America, and I want us to do the right thing. We have the capacity to be the best. I want to be the best, Phil. Nothing wrong with being the best.
No, there's not. And we've been the best, and we are the best, and we need to stay the best.
I'm getting very upset. We should drink a lot more. China shapes a new U.S. economic era, the return of industrial policy. Thank Christ! At least there are a few people out there who are starting to wake up and realize that everything that has happened between us and China in the last year has led us into a fucking domestic product hole where we cannot sustain ourselves on our fucking own. And finally, people are going, you know what, man? Regardless of who's in the fucking White House, we need to build up U.S. industry leaders because it's going to be critical to national security. That's exactly fucking right. Thank you for being 6 months behind the Fry Power Hour, but for the love of God, that is correct. We have got to bring big manufacturing back to the United States because look what we've done.
Hallelujah.
We financed Xi Jinping and the Beijing bling. They wouldn't be rich like that without us.
You know who's going to be instrumental in getting those jobs back in the U.S.?
Who's that?
Old Papa Elon, baby.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Already building it up in Texas, and you fucking love to see it, Phil. That's what I'm talking about. So what do we do about all this, friends? What did we do, huh? As China continues to push propaganda about the coronavirus, Wuhan emerges as a start. Regardless of how you feel about the coronavirus, it's interesting to note that a party that claims themselves to be communist is doing propaganda theatrical productions where the people, the scientists and technicians that work at X and Y and Z lab in Wuhan are national heroes. Ain't that funny? And yet somehow we like to believe the things that this guy right here says when they do things like this. This guy right here does things like this, and you might go, oh, no, wait a minute, it's not the government doing that. No, you forget. They call themselves the CCP. The government is involved in every business in China. Every business in China. You know what the fuck I'm saying? They need freedom badly. Luckily, we're not the only ones to start figuring this out. China's unpopularity problem. In the West, people aren't buying Beijing's propaganda, and that will hit Chinese companies' bottom line. Again, thank you for being 6 months behind the Fried Power Hour, but thank Christ we're not the only ones that are seeing this anymore, dude.
Finally.
Good Lord. We're funding a fucking war machine that can't wait to fuck our shit up, dude. We've seen it so many times before, and we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones, dude. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Okay.
India's top general on China. Larger conflict can't be discounted. Yeah, if I was India, I'd be fucking nervous right now. I'd be nervous.
This is all shit you've been saying for months, G.
I know, bro. You try to tell motherfuckers, and they don't like to listen, dude. They really, really, truly do not.
It's infuriating.
It is, man, because I'm just out here revealing these truths. I'm not out here going, oh, everything I like is great and everything you like makes you fucking crazy or brainwashed or stupid or ignorant. And actually, let me give you 30 reasons. No, I don't care about all that. What I do care about is this shit right here. What I care about is grains of sand. This is so much more important than all that, like what we're going to call our rice or our syrup. You know what I mean? What picture of what girl is on your butter? When you look at the kind of shit we're talking about today, does any of that seem like it matters? You know what I mean?
Nope. We're talking about annihilation on a global scale, so yeah, I can give a fuck less what's on my butter.
I know, that's the damn truth. China in the world. Can China lead? Oh.
No.
It's not a sentence I like. Let me give you a worse one. No! Is there an exportable China model? Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Exporting the Chinese model. I think what you mean is, again, 6 months behind the Fried Power Hour, manifesting their destiny and try to spread fake Chinese knockoff communism to the rest of their region. Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exporting their model where the people in power act as capitalists, but the poor people at the bottom have to be quote-unquote communists and suffer the fucking wrath of communism. Yeah,
God, dude. I tell you, man, at least in America, we have a chance to fucking straighten our shit out. There's millions that live in China that never had a fucking chance, dude. That's a goddamn shame. Didn't have to be like this, China. Didn't have to be like this, but fucking Xi Jinping and the Beijing bling had to get rich, bro. And so now here the fuck we are. China's influence operations offer a glimpse into the future of information warfare. Oh, man, I don't like any of these words. So what we're going to talk about here real quick, and a lot of you know this already, is the difference between Cold War and Hot War. There's other terms you can use for that, but you know what the fuck I mean. Something information-based and something that's actually battle-based. Now, China has recognized that in the kind of world domination plot that they want right now, they're going to have to go big. I mean real big. I mean like taking over American industries for the last 20 years before you make a move big. And they did, and nobody listened to me, and here we are. But the thing is about this, guys, this is putting them in a situation where, based on the reaction to media that they get, I think that these guys are going to get arrogant, and that's going to be their fucking downfall. You know what I mean? Because, god damn it, Phil, this is the United States, and we're not finna take that shit off of no fucking knockoff communists. Rock, flag, and eagle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fucking sure hope that we're not ready to fucking take this bullshit.
I'm not. I'll tell you this much. I'm gonna stick my arm straight out on both sides, and I'm gonna spin in a circle. That area I'm marking off will be the last bastion of the United States, if that's what I have to fucking do. You know what I mean? The ground I'm standing on isn't China as long as I'm available to make sure to defend it. That's all there is to it for me. And I'll tell you something. These arrogant motherfuckers think they're going to be able to make a move because they saw a couple of their little buddies out here going, oh, these guys had no problem talking all this shit to the United States and nobody fucking did anything because they were distracted with all of this other stuff that's happening there that's significantly less important. So guess what China, who, again, let's remember, what did China do recently? They got on the UN Human Rights Council and they voted against extending weapon sanctions against Iran that the United States wanted to keep in place because we don't want them selling nuclear arms on an international scale. Then China gets in bed with the UN, and guess what the first fucking thing they do is, man? Boop! China to sanction U.S. weapon makers over Taiwan sales. I'm walking away.
What? How is this going to work out for them? China sanctions U.S. Okay, that's full stop right there. China sanctioning the U.S.? Yeah, let's see how that goes for them. Let's see how that goes for them.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to walk away, but you're exactly right, Phil. I'm sorry. I don't know what fucking alternate timeline you think this is where you get to sanction the United States over totally legal weapon sales. I'm sorry. I don't think so. We both know that's not going to happen, Phil. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have no power here, China.
Yeah, that's exactly true. And again, this is right in the alley of what you think you get to fucking scold the United States. Yet another reason why I have no faith in the fucking authority of the United Nations. They're archaic and unnecessary, at least for a country the size of the United States. If they completely overhauled it so that small countries could share resources to still have a standing military, I'm sure it wouldn't be perfect, but at least I understand that logic. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. As far as the United States still being essentially a dues-paying member of the United Nations, why? What the fuck do we need from them? Nothing. We don't need shit from them.
Damn thing. Our backs hurt from carrying the rest of the fucking world in the United Nations. It's true.
Now, do we love being the world police and helping people so that they put over America? Sure, that's fine, but we don't need the goddamn United Nations to do it, especially when they're allowing shit like this to happen right here. And again, you guys might say, look, dude, you're overblowing China's position. They're just trying to make money, and yeah, it's not a problem, but it's not like they're fucking preparing for war. Try again, friends. President Xi Jinping tells troops to focus on preparing for war. That is not a paraphrase. That is what he said.
That is a quote.
That is a quote from Xi Jinping and the Beijing Bling. So here we are, guys. The era of full spectrum war is here. Not just information, not just battles, any fucking way you can come up with to come out on top. And guys, been trying to tell you for months, but the reality of it is, if there's anything positive to gain from this, please, if you learn nothing from me on this show, please, American citizens need solidarity now more than ever. I don't give a fuck who the president is, man. This isn't about the president. This is about us, the citizens. We cannot be out here trying to kill each other when we have very real problems like this right around the fucking corner. And that's the truth as I see it today, guys. You can consider yourself news.
I'm not a criminal. I'm an artist working in an unpopular medium.
I'm thinking about it all fucking day, man. I think about China and India and
really
fucking, I think about
man-to-man.
the China-Russia-Iran alliance and how North Korea and all that. I think about it all the time because of you, G.
And I know about your penchant for spying on women.